I hope I didn't start the live and say that. But what is all this? I was trying to go quickly live here. And let me see if I can brighten it up a little bit. You know what? I got the light over there. I got to turn the light on. Let's get some blush. Let's get some. I don't know. The color's not all that great. Let me turn the light on. I'm going to go in and out of the shot here. I don't know what is essentially required for being live on YouTube. So many other platforms have so many restrictions and so forth. I'm pretty sure there's some over here. And I don't know if this is even the best. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find, scratch all of that. Hey, y'all, I'm Yolanda. If you catch me on your timeline, it's probably because you like soap making or you just happen to follow. I don't know. I don't know. But listen, new space. I'm trying to work out the new space for those of y'all that are wondering if the background is just a little bit different. There's some more stuff back there. But yes, it's a little different because working in a new space and trying to figure out the workflow and get everything. Man, shutting down your craft room, moving it, and bringing it back up is a chore. Is a chore. And so I don't know where anything particular is right now, except for I know I have my red baskets. That is a constant staple, and that's filled with soap and supplies and so forth. I'm getting ready to do my first shipping from this space. And so I have got some things all over the place. And I don't have you guys on the follow camera, so you're not going to follow me. But I am going to grab what I think is, okay. I still have everything pretty much in boxes because I was trying not to unbox. I've been looking for half of this stuff. So definitely been looking. Well, actually, I had a couple of these. So and look, I need my greenery. I don't know about y'all, but I need my greenery. And this looks to be like two pieces of it. Actually, I done got it too cool in here, y'all. So we got 1, 2, 3. I think I'm just missing something right here, right here, right here, right here. So we're gonna get that up. Y'all didn't come on live to see me do this, or did or did you? Or did you? I just like to kind of do my little contrast. It's been a whirlwind, like I say, shutting down the shop and getting it moved to the space has been interesting to say the least. And I don't know what I was thinking because I said, "Oh, we're gonna get this done this amount of time," and I scheduled an event as well as some other things. But I did get it done. And I had some amazing help and amazing support. As always, I got the event done on yesterday. And going into this weekend, I'm doing one in-person event a month now. Because that's pretty much all I can handle after going back to work. So back to work 5 days a week. Back in corporate America after 10 years, if you hadn't heard me say that. So trying to get this done. Oh, that'll be good. Just kind of going across there somewhere. I don't know. I have to make use of everything. So what I need to do is what I haven't done, and that is, oh my goodness, y'all. Trying to maximize the space. So these are my shipping boxes, and normally, I can use the word normally now. We're as far away from the pandemic that I can use the word normal now. Normally, I would do this, but I guess they can actually go down here. What I'm trying to do in this space that I'm in now, it's quite open. This is not off in a spare bedroom anymore. I can't close it off. I can't be disastrous. I can no longer leave it disastrous and close it off. I have to try to be neat. Try to be neat, you know. And I know I'm never gonna have like the cutesy I'm never gonna have like the cutesy art space, right, or craft space, right? Because we get it done. We work up in this bad boy. And so what I need to do now is I need to tape off some of these boxes. So I'm gonna take you guys over here a little bit as I kind of come down into the workspace a little bit. And so still I will be rotating out the space as I work, don't fall, as I work on this, that, and the other thing. So if I hit your timeline, go ahead and hit the follow button. I know YouTube is one of the platforms that's still about following. What I'm going to do is tape some boxes up. I know I've got about 15, 20 orders to do. As y'all know, we do our Friday sale, bestshowersoap.com. And again, I make handmade bath and shower soaps. One of our number ones, of course, is everybody, the turmeric and ginger. Just off of in-person event, and now we're going to get our Friday orders out. So we have a regular Friday sale. I'm actually not going to West. I'm not. I have a Kamala soap. I have a Kamala soap. Stick around if you like. Go. But yeah, we do have a Kamala soap over here, baby. Yeah, we got a Kamala soap. As you can see, Kamala up there. We pay homage to the women's suffrage movement. Okay, but we do have a Kamala soap. All right, and this one was called Madam VP, and we hope to soon call it Madam President. So you vote, I vote. Let's see, and come back and let's see how that works. Hey, all right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my boxes if I can find my tape. I had just had it over here somewhere. I'm still trying to unpack everything. And I need to, so there's some side work, as with anything, there's side work that I need to do. I love listening. Say the word. No, we're not going to do that. Okay. Let's see. I hope not. If you're a business person as a Hispanic, I look Hispanic. You disrespected me. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm not going to get into the politics of a thing, but I appreciate you looking in. I really appreciate you looking in. I really appreciate you engaging. But I think Trump has enough people with his product. Don't you? Trump likes to sell his own stuff. But let's not talk about that. But hello, I guess I must have done something to catch y'all. Or was that the box? I don't know. The news is on too. It's 4 o'clock. Is it 4 o'clock? So what I'm going to do before I get ready to work on my orders, I'm going to do a little bit of side work. I'll hang out with you guys and get introduced, do a little introduction. I'm going to do a bit of side work that has to be done before I get to my orders. And that is one, tape up some boxes. I need to make up some samples. And decide if I'm going to do a samples of body butter. I think I still have some body butter samples. Or soap samples. We like to put a soap sample in the order. So I'm going to do my side work. That also includes printing out my mailing labels. I have to do that. I have to print the mailing labels. I have to print the... I miss packing slips. Okay, mailing labels and packing slips. All right. We also have a Soap of the Month Club. So with our Soap of the Month Club, it is. Oh, I'm at the end of this one. Now I gotta find out what I did with the. Hold on. Oh, me. I tell you, I can't keep up with nothing. Oh, here it is. Still unpacking. I'm still unpacking. I have to, I need to make like a list of side work that has to get done. Let me know if that video is clear. I'm still trying to get my lightings and my shot together. And I want to work from that angle. I got the TV on over there. I got the radio on here behind me. I just realized I put one piece of tape on there. So watching the news, I was going to run out and do another errand, but I'm like, no, it's not enough hours in a day. There is clearly not enough hours in the day. And I think the rest of it, one of them I can't really get done until Saturday. That don't make no sense to me. I can't get it done until Saturday. They were full today. You know, anytime you're trying to get something done with your car, why is, ooh, I wonder can these just kind of, ooh, look at that. It stands right there up under my table. I'm working on a different table than I had before. So my boxes will stand right there until I decide what kind of table I want to bring into this space. I had to get rid of my other table. It was too big. I ordered another table. It was supposed to be one of those stand-up desks. It's not working. So we gotta figure it out. So. Oh, they talking about the teacher. Honey, they got some. Have y'all noticed that all around the country, schools now are getting, anytime something like this happens, I don't know why they don't just stay home a day or two. And I know that's an inconvenience. They'll probably never be in school if they had to do that. But we had a notification go out in our school system that they had threats and so forth. It just don't make no sense. But I just saw the school bus go by, so I think they went to school, but I think there may be some issues with tomorrow. So again, I make soap, and of course, I'm just doing some of my side work. I decided to come and go live here on YouTube. YouTube was like, come back, come back. I used to have a entertainment YouTube channel, and I started this soap channel that just kind of showed my journey into becoming a soap maker, and then I kind of walked away from it, and I got a message from YouTube that there was some people activity engagement on the videos, so I decided I would hit that live button. I have been a live streamer on every platform forever. And so, shoot. But how was everybody's weekend? Talk to me. Let me get some conversation besides politics. How about that? Oh man, this is perfect. I love that everything. What is it? Let it all work out. All right. The weekend went by so fast, and luckily we had a mental health day today, so we don't go back until tomorrow. So we had Labor Day weekend, and then we had a 3-day weekend today. I don't know what's going on at work, but we had the day off. So, and like I said, I just recently went back to work. I think 21 weeks now, 22 weeks back. I did soap making full time after the pandemic, and I decided it was time. I think my mental can handle it and so forth. Lots to be excited, but y'all, I'm trying to figure out an area of technology in the tech field. Not so much tech, but in the analytics. I really want to get into analytics because I love numbers and so forth. And data, I love managing data, watching data, increasing, metrics and stuff like that. I'm a real numbers metrics person. So I am trying to figure out, I got about 6 months, and hopefully I'm not competing with the noise. I got about 6 months that I want to dedicate to earning and learning, right? And so I don't necessarily want to do like coding But as far as like running queries and reports and all of that, I want to deep dive into that. I've always been a database person, understood. I always had the capacity to understand technology and the value of it. But I think things are getting ready to turn because I was listening on the radio. They were giving kind of a jobs report. And while they say that there's not a lot of quote unquote jobs in technology, because I think the development side of things, may you be prosperous and find great joy with your soap making business. I have always been interested in soap making. Hey, Glenda, let me tell you, soap making is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. But I've always been interested in it. And so, not I was talking about something else. So I think it's gonna be something good for those of us Gen Xers, right? Gen Xers had the internet and technology, but we wasted, particularly those, who weren't early adopters, who fought it and so forth. We wasted pretty much the first 30 years of this thing when it really could have saved our generation. And I think it's still going to save our generations. For one, we're going to be that generation to grow old and won't have that sense of loneliness because we can turn on these platforms and develop friendships across the globe, that kind of thing. But we are going to be that generation that's going to always have to earn money because we didn't have pensions. And if you think your 401k is going to be enough, think about that. Okay? Think about that long and hard. We're going to have to be earners for life. Can you say that with me? Earners for life. And one of the things that I chose to earn for life is soap making. Wow, it is what I have realized is I've got some pain now from doing vendor events. So I know I'm not gonna be doing that. But having to be earners for life because we bought into this ideology of having a job for life or working for somebody else for life, people who particularly didn't want to split the profits with us or give us a pension and all that good stuff. And there not going to be enough safety nets for us, for our generation, for Gen X, the way there was for the boomers and generations before, that had good pensions and all that kind of good stuff. So we're going to have to be earners for life, meaning for every day we live, we need to be earning something. And so for me, I decided I would sell something. So true, I hear you, right? So I decided I'm not shy. I can sell face to face. I can sell online. So right now it's gonna be soap making, where it's gonna be soaps. I make soaps and some other products. What I learned about this is it's a very physical thing. And I think, the digital economy, you can go into it that way and so forth. But in that, our generation is going to have to be earners for life. The sad part about it is the generations after us, they benefit from it greatly because they don't have the stigmas that we have with doing business with each other, right? They don't have that. We got too many, Gen X got too many stigmas going on and not understanding and just not trusting. Gen X has got some serious trust issues with trusting people and technology and so forth. And so we gotta do better, and we gotta do better in a hurry. We have got to do better in a hurry. So is what it is. And I think people are gonna come around, they ain't gonna have no choice. Everybody can't be a greeter at Walmart. Walmart ain't hiring the greeters like that no more. Okay? Everybody can't be a greeter at Walmart. So you better get in there and come up with something to supplement your income. Now the good thing though, if you do apply some kind of technology to what you're doing, you probably can work a while. Like I love the fact that with the work from home, you think about it, you got a generation that's in that work mindset. As long as they don't have to travel to the office and things like that, because how long am I gonna be able to get up early in the morning and drive to the office? There was a couple they interviewed on one of these platforms The gentlemen, they were in their 70s, and in his 70s, having been a farmer in his early life, and working your farm, it don't make you rich. You live off of loans, right? And then you get to a point where you can't farm no more. He's 70 years old, going and unloading, doing manual physical labor at 70. And his wife, she had to work from home. But he said, well, I know I'm 69 old and I ran a florist for over 40 years. Exactly. So, what can you do? And one of the things, too, they talk about a lot of people who like, say, for instance, you ran a florist. The Gen Zs are out here buying businesses like yours, lock, stock, and barrel, because people are having to sell the businesses to retire, And so there's an article out there that talks about how many businesses just like yours are available for sale. Lock, stock. I saw a TikToker. There's a TikToker on there. She's encouraging that generation to go out there and look for a business like that to think about, because they were asking her questions like, how did you buy this business with all this stuff? It's just, you just went in the next day and you're running it, right? Because it skips a generation. Because a lot of times we run these businesses and family don't want it. It wasn't their dream. It was your dream. It's not their dream, And so nobody wants to technically inherit it because they saw, what it did to you, how hard you had to work. And they're like, no, I don't want to do that. Just like me, starting this. It's like, this is my safety net. It's not necessarily my dream. I love it. It's a nice passion, but it's my safety net, And so that means no matter how successful this gets, or if it supplements me this, that, and the other, my kids don't want to run this. They're not trying to scale this and do that. And the companies that do scale in the skincare business, they end up with so much backlash. It's like all of them are just coming out with so much backlash because people, have become their lifetime customers, and then you go and sell. I mean, just imagine, you've got, being a 40-year-old florist business, I can imagine you got customers, the minute you say somebody else is running it, they're going to be like, wait, no, So, yeah, I'm telling you, it's true. It's our reality, Glenda. It is literally our reality, and we gotta stop and realize, we're just in that place. We are there now, and we have to think about. Like I said, I just went back to work. What am I gonna do? Another 5 years? 2 to 5 years. That's my thing. I'm like, please don't ask me that question, where you see yourself in 5 years. I'm like, honey, I'm glad that wasn't one of the interview questions. But like I said, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to take the next 6 months, and I'm going to look at how I can apply or learn some technology. Heck, my daughter didn't want it. She started her hair salon. Same here. I'm telling you, I had a blogging and marketing business, and my daughter, she has a salon, and so, I mean, she's adjacent to what I did, but it's like, no. But we gotta stop and figure out what our reality look like, because we are the new seniors. Whether they like it or not. I saw one of my friends online. She was commenting else. I said, girl, you are not ready for us to get old. I said, are you going to be okay? Because she always used to hang out with this older crowd. And I said, listen, we are the older crowd. We're not just the cool older people now. We are the older crowd, honey. And we've got to face not a harsh reality. And you know what? I don't think it's going to be difficult. I don't think it's going to be as fearful as we think it is. Sometimes I panic, and I'm going to tell you, this is my first week in this space. I just did the whole downsizing, right? Because no longer can I take care of the yard and all that kind of stuff. So, and I was like, I'm having these little panic attacks because I think about my downsizing or my aging, getting older, and I only who can I compare it to besides my grandmothers, and my grandparents and my parents and so forth. And I was thinking, oh my God, is this my last home, my forever space? And I'm like, no, don't let those thoughts in. It's a very different world. It's a much smaller world than it was for them. My grandmother, she panicked when I went to the other side of town. You know what I'm saying? And now my children are all over the world. I can call them, I can FaceTime them and see them, but it will take days for me to get to them. You know what I'm saying? We are hours and time zones away. So, that again is our reality. I think we'll be okay. Talk about Gen X. I think we'll be okay if we stay optimistic. And I mean, not optimistic in a way that we've got to put all of our belief in hope or something unseen. The reality is right here in front of us, everything that we need. We are going to be that generation, just like we have been all of our lives. We're going to we have everything that we need. We're probably the first generation to do it. We have everything that we need. We just have to see it and believe in the seen. We have put so much faith in the unseen. We now have to put faith in what we see, and that is each other, right? We don't have to do this alone. Here, I was just over here, again, about to have one of those little panic attacks. And I always hear this in my ear, go live. And I just went live on this platform. I haven't gone live on this platform because they ain't got a lot of filters over here. And you really see the Gen X in me. Okay. So I went, what did I do? I went live, and I'm sitting here having an amazing conversation, and one thing I love about these platforms, no matter what you come on here and talk about, those algorithms get right on it. Yes, I'm trying paper crafts and knitting crafts. It makes a little money, but not like what I used to. Hello? But it can. It absolutely can. And if you don't know if you follow me on another platform, we have something called Makers Market Week that's coming up. But it can, again, we have got to figure out what you have to do is you got to figure out who to sell it to. You got to figure out who to sell it to and in that amount, because again, and you got to figure out what generation, because like I said, our generation, we wasted these opportunities. We didn't waste it. We just didn't trust the opportunities. We didn't trust the internet. We didn't trust, we didn't trust nothing. We didn't know to trust it. Right? We were told don't trust nothing. Of all the generations out there, we were the one that were told to be afraid of everything. Absolutely afraid of it, I remember coming home I was like, look, I'm leaving school. I'm coming home. I'm going to learn some technology. I'm going to start a publication. I'm going to do this, that, and I've always been at the forefront. And the hardest thing for me is I always want to say I've done that. And I'm like, you got to do it again. That's the hard thing for me. Pushing this button, coming over here, going live on YouTube. I'm like, I've done YouTube. Got to do it again. Got to do it again. And do it in such a way now, forward thinking. You have to, another thing we don't do as Gen Xers, we don't see these things as ecosystems because we've always had work. We've always had the jobs. But let me tell you, honey, these apps and spending an hour on these apps can equal to going and spending 8 hours somewhere. Hear me when I say that. An hour on an app, in front of an audience, on a platform, just demonstrating what you do, right? You can't argue, like I said, argue the marketing. You cannot argue the marketing about this stuff no more. I'm just like, there was a guy got on here the other day and he was talking, I was like, the amount of money that these folk are making you just popped up on my feed and I am so, and that's the algorithms. That's why I say, just come on here and start that conversation and boom. Because I said something, this is how it works, Glenda. Because I said something that your phone has heard you say. So I didn't just pop up on your phone. Nobody just pops up on your phone. These phones are listening to us 24/7. And when it hears something else online, it connects us. Those are the algorithms, right? So that's and that's just how it works. So be thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. All right. So what I'm doing, like I say, everybody coming in, I can see we're getting some new people here and there. I'm Yolanda. This is my new soap space. I just downsized and I had to shut this down and build it back up. I'm so glad to have it working again. Now I'm gonna try and get some of my orders out. I have a sale each Friday. I make handmade bath and shower soap. Okay. And I have a sale each Friday, so I need to get my Friday orders out. I try to do them somewhere between Sunday and Tuesday, or Sunday and Wednesday. My promise is Wednesday, but excuse me, I'm trying to get them out earlier. And I decided to just kind of come on, try some YouTube Live. Here I haven't done much on this platform except for I loaded some videos and YouTube will keep reminding me that people are watching those videos. So if you're here for some process to watch some of the journey, thank y'all for coming through. It says I've got four people up there. I've been on about 30 minutes. And all I'm doing is just some of the side work that I have to do before I get the orders out. And Glenda and I were engaging in just a conversation about being Gen Xers. I don't know why I do the air quotes because we literally are. I know I am Gen Xers, and what what's in store for us as we continue on our journey. I started making soap to supplement my income, which I had completely lost in the pandemic. Hey, Bobby Ferris, what's going on? First time viewer from Northern California. I was going to say North Carolina. I love California. I sent a lot of orders to California, so welcome in. But we were just talking. One of the things, like I said, when the pandemic happened, I lost completely the little income I did have. I was coming out of the caregiver space and trying to go back to work. The pandemic happened, so I ended up with time on my hands, and I always was interested in soap making. It showed up one more time in the form of I was asked to speak at a soap makers conference, and I got a chance to experience soap making in all its forms, as well as some other maker things, and met 14 amazing soap makers, and they coached me through making my first soap and choosing a process to make soap. I'm gonna speak a little bit on soap making. I chose cold process because it's one that doesn't have to be babysat as much as hot process, and is not so much creative as melt and pour. And I decided, they candle making, bath bombs, all of that, all that different stuff. And like I said, I chose cold process soap. I'm 5 years in. You say it's so nice meeting you. I have to go we'll check in with you. Like, thank you so much. I'll be popping in on here. So I chose cold process, and this is my 5th year. I will be celebrating my 5th anniversary. I like to count ahead. So this is year 5. Coming to April will be taking me on into year 6. So April is my anniversary. I have used to have a variety of some 20 some soaps, because in the years of starting this, you explore all the things. And now I have found my soap lane, what I want to add into the ecosystem. And so I carry about 8 soaps, four more body butters, because a lot of the customers ask for ancillary products, right? They wanted a little bit more fragrance, so that was one of the products I chose to do body butters. And this is actually not whipped body butter. This is emulsified, which is a big topic on YouTube. And I actually learned this process for this on YouTube, thanks to a wonderful content creator that really shared she takes you into the science behind a lot of these things and really broke it down, molecular, if I will. And so a lot of customers who use handmade soaps, they always ask for the fragrance to last longer, but not understanding there's only but so much fragrance we can use in these products. And so in order to satisfy the often inquiry about having more fragrance in the soap, I went ahead and added body butters, and I try not to make so much because when you are making, this is one of our Orange Paradise, this is one of our soaps. When you are making product, because people like what you do and they trust you, the whole know, like, and trust thing, and they try to entice you to make the other thing and this, that, and the other. But you have to kind of watch that because next thing you know, you're making so much. I've decided 7, 8 soaps. And really, my goal is to narrow down to one body butter that will um, cover kind of the gamut. Because a lot of times, for the most part, sometimes it's two different customers, and occasionally it's that one that wants to set like this particular soap. They can get this in a body butter. Um, and this one is Orange Paradise, and then we have the Orange Paradise body butter. So, because not all fragrances go well in this. It's kind of, I want to say this is more of a lotion than a whipped shea butter body butter product. It's not like whipped body butter. It is almost more like it's a water based cream. So, being that we make a water based cream, not all the fragrances that we use in the soaps transition over to the body butters. I've got one. This is my number one body butter. This fragrance doesn't transition over into soap. So a lot of people, but a lot of people love that one. Let me see. I hate to be grabbing so many things because then I have to put away stuff. So, but I had to narrow it down. Like I said, at one point, especially when you're going out to sell in person. And what happens when you sell in person, people come up and they go, well, do you have this? And do you have that? I have learned to leave some of that for the next vendor. Word. I have learned, let me say it again. I have learned to leave some of that stuff for the next vendor. Because I already have damaged my back. And let me tell you, I am not trying to carry all that stuff. So when I go out, I usually I'm now 3. I take 3. I don't even take everything that I have. I take 3. Okay, wait a minute. I make candles. Bobby says I make candles and home fragrances, and I'm now adding soaps, body butters, lotions, etc. But I've only done melt and pour. Both cold process and hot process both intimidate me. Hot process is one you got to really babysit that one. You can't take your eyes off of it. I've tried it in not hot process all the way, but I did a rebatch, and that was enough for me. I even tried the liquid soap, because when I started making soap, a lot of people kept saying, oh, what do you do liquid soap? Because I use liquid soap. I'm going to switch you. I'm going to convince you to go back to bar soap. So you have to take it in, because people do want to buy it from you, but leave some of that for somebody else. In fact, partner with somebody, collaborate with somebody. If you are going to events and people oftentimes, I need to put my mic in because I know it's real airy around here, y'all. People will oftentimes, they want to buy from you, but collaborate. Like I said, I may not make a liquid, but if I go, I used to do farmers markets. The first 3 years out, I did farmers markets every week. And farmers markets are every week. You were absolutely right about leaving some of that for the next vendor. Right. I am learning that. I can't take on everything. You cannot take on everything. And the reason why I say that is because we have to buy so much inventory. We have to buy so many supplies. And when you are spread so thin on all the stuff that you have to buy, you can't buy enough of it that you get a discount, that you lower your cost, right? And then you have to, the more stuff you make, the more inventory you have to have supplies, the more supplies you have to buy. And so you got to keep all that stuff on hand. By narrowing mine down and staying in similar categories and groups, I am now able to buy more of similar things and try and get them at a better deal, right? So you have to think about that, because even though this, whatever we spend, is reimbursed because it pays for itself if you're at the right price. So everything that I make, all of it has something in common, so I can go and get a better deal. So think about that when you're thinking about adding extra products. If you add another product and it has its own supply list from top to bottom and there's nothing on that list to go with your other products, then you can't keep enough of that on hand. You're gonna be just shelling out money, shelling out money, shelling out money. So I came up with, this is why I said, okay, I can do these two things. They're very similar in ingredients, right? Particularly fragrance. So I can order enough fragrance that I can get it at the better deal because I'm buying a larger amount. The oils that I have, they go across the board. The butters go across the board. So therefore, my supply list doesn't expand, right? So even if I add another product, it'll be, what can I make out of what I have? I think the next thing that I may even think about anytime in the near future could be a body oil. But then I'm like, I don't know if it'll be a body oil because there's only one. I don't think I use enough of that particular oil. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about a third product just because bundling is so important. And sometimes you can find that one little thing that sells everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you can group it together. How many times do you think about how many times you go out and you buy something, you think, oh, I better get that because, that's some value to it. I'm going to save a little bit if I get that. Even though you never, like, say, for instance, those boxes of chips, right? My daughter and I were talking about that just yesterday because she bought 2 packs of those chips because the one chip that I like in the pack, and do I need to bring you guys down some? Let me see if I can bring y'all down a little bit. The one chip that I like in the pack, they only put 2 bags. They only put 2 bags in the box. So we ordered 2 boxes, but there are 2 chips in there that we don't even eat, that end up sitting around. And I told her, I said, we need to stop buying the value pack. We're gonna have to stop buying the value pack and just buy it separate. Just buy the big bag because it's so much in that value pack that we don't eat, that we don't use, that we don't even like, right? But yet we can't pass up that good deal. It's hard to pass up the deal. It's like, and we're the ones in the grocery store. We sitting there doing the comparison, like, what if we get this and we get that? But they got this too. You get 2 of these, but it's 2 of something that we ain't gonna never eat. So let's stop doing that. Let's just stop doing it. So we have to think of that in terms too, as there's things like I've got one soap that I make. I love it. But I would tell you, for the most part, when selling in person, when I go to in-person events, because in-person events is all about the fragrance, right? It's all about, when I go to in-person, like yesterday I went to an in-person event, and everything that had fragrance in it pretty much sold. The thing that didn't have the fragrance, even though you hear people say all the time, oh, I got sensitive skin and I want something natural and this, that, the other. They say that all the time, but then what they do, they want to grab everything that's got fragrance in it. I'm like, but I thought you said you had sensitive, but I like that. Hey, I'm not going to argue with you, I just know to have enough of it all. Because people are funny. And if you take it in, the feedback that is, you take it in, but really crunch the numbers. You really have to think of the numbers on it. And the way I do it, here's my secret. Not even a secret, but here's how my best practice is. If I hear it, the things that I say no to, I just kind of keep a count. I just kind of tick it off. Oh, somebody asked for that, somebody asked for that, somebody asked for that. And then I said, well, how many times am I saying no, I don't have something? Or how many times am I making a referral? Because I never say no. I'll make a referral to somebody else. And once it reaches to a certain level, then I may consider it. But again, I'm going to look at what it takes for me to do it. Because that's the part I'm like, I have enough I have enough work to do, right? And this the side work as I call it. So I'm looking around, but and come to think of it, I need to order some my fragrance for next week. You said those are hot now. Wait a minute, I can't. I sat down and I can't see the comment. You're absolutely right about leaving. So okay, we said that one. Those are hot now. I sell so many at vendor events that roll on perfume. Yes, but you know what? It's so funny. It's so funny because if you think about it, like used to be the oils. People used to love the roll on oils. I mean, people make money off of that all the time. You see those things everywhere, all up in the gas stations and so forth. And I see a lot of soap makers and body oil people. And think about this: you used to sell a big old bottles of body oil. Now that person that used to buy that body oil will buy 4 or 5 of those roll-ons. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I see that, and that's a good add-on to sell, and that's a good thing to use to sell another product as well. I saw that. I think somebody gave me a big D stash, and it had some containers in it like that, and I gave it to another crafter and so forth because I don't use. I need to do a body oil. I'm in a Facebook group, and there's a lot of conversation about the oils now. One, because it's a body butter group, and they don't, a lot of the ones that do the whipped butters, they don't sell during the summer, so they have other products that they lean on for the summertime. They're just now bringing their body butters back. So what they did do was body oils. They did the body oils and the perfume ones that you're talking about. I wish I could. It's always whenever I start thinking about another product, there's always a little bit of a learning curve there. Particularly coming when because soap making was my first thing, and then doing the body butters, and I was like, it can't be that simple. Like sugar scrubs, I did sugar scrubs for a while, and I was like, that's a novelty. That's a great novelty item to have, and it's pretty easy. But no, not for me. Body butter buddies, yes, absolutely. I see a lot of them do. Hold on. Oh, trying to get me to do a delivery. A lot of them did body oils, and I bought the ebook. I bought the ebook, Angela's ebook, and I was reading it. And I think the thing that got me was there's an ingredient I didn't realize, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, but there's some ingredients that you need in the body oil to keep it from separating. Just like with the soap, like everything has that binder. Like the shimmering oil, everybody loves the shimmering oil, but somebody finally shared that there's an ingredient to keep it from separating, so that the customer doesn't all the time have to shake it up. I didn't realize that that was a thing. And that's what I love about discovering these other products, and it builds up the respect. I have so much respect. Let me tell you, I have so much respect for people. I'm that person. When I see people doing this thing, and once you go to lift that veil on what it takes to get that stuff done, I have so much respect them, and seeing the products. What I love about the body oils, I love how they can be displayed. I love where and how they can be sold and so forth. My thing is now I need to connect more with people that I work with, and get out and network more, aside from vendor events. I need to do a couple of other things, and I've been trying to organize to get to that point. I think I'm there now. Like I said, I did vendor events I did farmers markets for 3 years straight. And I did vendor events here and there. The vendor events, random one-off vendor events, were kind of hit and miss. But I've come up with my strategy for them. Like I did one yesterday. I didn't take a lot, and I took something specific for that event. So I did well. But now I want to next go rounds, particularly for the, I'm gonna kind of chill for the fall a bit. But next year, I want to do something at the small expo level. And I went this year just kind of do some reconnaissance, just to check out Essence Festival. That that's a little bit, that's up there. But there's some things like we had a book festival. I was hoping, I did apply. I think that we have a big book festival here they moved it to October. Where are you? I'm in Georgia. I'm in Georgia. And we have a huge book festival here. And I felt like I can get in as an author because I'm an author. But I wanted to get in as an author about and transitioning to soap making. They reopened their registration because this I think is like their first or second time returning since the pandemic. So they had some extra spaces, but I hadn't heard anything. I'm hoping they don't come at the last minute and say, hey, can you do this? Because the way the foot traffic that they have is pretty huge. And so I'm gonna do, there's some events early on in the spring. I think now, I don't think I should be real ambitious this fall, but I think I should start planning for the fall. Like we have a taste event here, a couple taste events around the city rather. I may do that, and then there's some concerts. Like I think there's some concerts that would do well. Some of this will do well at that are coming, and I think I'm just gonna start focusing on spring. Holiday, of course, holidays can be a little iffy. It could be a hit or miss. It's like last year was kind of like, I kind of got a sense of let the holiday do what it do. You better put some gift sets together. That's the thing. I have gift baskets that I do, but I have some standard customers that occupy pretty much all of my time for that. That's the good thing about it is, I when I came into this, I established some really good relationships. So for the most part, I can pretty much already say my holiday stuff is sold. And then again, I have I have a weekly sale that takes up the majority of my time right now. I don't even when the holiday, I'm like that Homer Simpson thing. I am like falling off the grid when it comes to the holidays, because I know that I have some regulars that pretty much are just gonna call and say, what you got, and buy it all. Yeah. So and my gift sets are really nice. I don't even like to ship them, so I end up doing a lot of local business for the gift sets. But what I will do is I always have a great holiday deal going on online for the single items. And I had breakfast with a friend today, and we was talking a little bit about Etsy. And I started Etsy last year, but I started at the same time I started TikTok Shop. And TikTok Shop took off. It took off, and then it crashed for me, for soap making. It did. That's awesome. I've been in business 2 years and still building. But Q4 is my biggest. Oh yeah, Q4 is it's amazing. Do you do it online, or you'll be out selling in person? I'm trying to slow down selling in person, just because I started this so late in the game, as far as a woman of a certain age, that I don't have like the kind of I don't have nobody to do the physical part, and it's really hard trying to do events, with all the stuff that we have to carry to events. I'm so ready to get that stuff out of my car. Like I said, I had an event Saturday, and man, that about wore me out. Oh my God. I had to set up like on a football track, football field, football track, which means I had to pull all that stuff. Tell me, I do them myself. I'm telling you, I had to get that stuff from the car to the football field, and from the football field, even though I didn't have to take as much back, still breaking down, setting up and breaking down without help, it's difficult. It is difficult. The good thing about it, there were a couple people trying to help. So, but last year I had a farmers market that had volunteers, and all you had to do was because you couldn't park where, like, one farmers market I do, we just operate kind of at the back of our vehicle. You can kind of pull into a space, you operate in the next space, right? This one you had to go and park elsewhere. So they had volunteers. They was like, pull up. Those volunteers, these are people who was probably serving community service or whatever. They will get you unloaded. You go park your vehicle. They help you set up. That's like the best thing ever. I became spoiled after that, to the point where I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it by myself. And I love selling in person. I love, the events, because I'm such a people person. But the physicalness of it, like I said, I sprained my back, and even to this day, if I do something wrong, I'm no good the rest of the day. And back pain will take you out. It will affect your mental so bad. And like I said, right now I'm good. But if I mess around and bend down and get this, that, and I do it improperly, I'm in pain the rest of the day. So I need to go do. I was looking up online. They said maybe, of course, a little physical therapy, but stretching. I need to stretch. Yep, volunteers are wonderful. I'm telling you. I try not to do them if I can't pull up. Hello, that's what I'm saying. And then too, like I do one holiday event that's indoors. And even this year, I think I'm gonna do something different with that one. Cause last year it seemed like it was a lot of foot traffic, but it was interesting. It was interesting. I felt like it was like a lot of work to get the sale. You know what I mean? Even though it was holiday shopping, the crowd last year was interesting. And so I had good sales. It's gonna do well, but I don't like when it take a lot out of me. I don't like when you have to like really convince the buying, because I like to go places where it's really like there's nothing else going on, and it really is a shopping thing. I'm looking for those, and at the same time I want to do like the other stuff. If there's something else going, if we're secondary to whatever the activity is that day, I'm not even trying to sell. I'm just gonna do samples and promotional, right? Just kind of like, hey, check out the website, take a sample, this, that, and the other. Like, say if it's a luncheon or a brunch, where we're just kind of, off to the side or whatever. I'm not trying to sell, because those events, they do well with certain things, and so I have a different tactic for that. In fact, I did one, and that was my thing. I just kind of gave out samples, and I actually ended up with another wave of customers coming to the website, because I can always promote the Friday event. Like if I'm doing those events, they're usually a Saturday or a Sunday or any other day. If it's not Friday, the way that I'm marketing this is all about Friday. Friday, 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 Friday. Everything is about Friday, the Friday sale, I should say. And then, and like you said, with the holiday coming up, it's still gonna be about the Friday sale. I think for the holiday, I'm push my gift cards give a gift card for somebody to come and shop on the Friday sale. That's the angle that works. It works for me, so I'm gonna do that. But listen, I'm gonna get ready to get back at it, because I actually have to go to another room over here. I didn't bring all my side work over in this space. I had fun. I met some new people. And I'll see you over in the butter group. I'm the one that posts. If you're in there, I'm the one that posts the AI stuff using Chat GPT. If you've seen the post, I talk about the daily Chat GPT things that I have Chat GPT and AI do for me. That's me. Yep. Thank you. I'm glad you caught me too. So I'll be posting. I was like I said, I was off today, so I didn't do my regular post. But each morning I post what I ask of ChatGPT AI, and I share it in the Body Butter group. And I'm always talking about the marketing because the making of body butters is that's not my strongest forte. I'm learning like everybody else, and feeling all the anxiety of learning about this product. But marketing, that's my thing. That's what I've done for the majority of my life is marketing, and so I do that. Thank you so much. I see a couple people still hanging out with me, and if you hit that follow button or subscribe button, I will do that. And look, we did. We just hit right at an hour. So let me get off of this thing because ain't no telling what the replay is going to look like. But thank you. Have a good one. Let's see if I can figure this out. I think that's it. Bye.